Hello, friends, and Raven's nostril. Is it running?
Should I go catch it?
You better go catch it.
If you want that to know.
Off to a really good start. All right, tonight, I've got a little surprise momentarily. Let me let you all see what the players see. A blanket that's making a smiley face. I'll show you what's under the blanket in a minute. The last time I said that, me and Sean became best friends.
Jungle Room,
my God.
2012.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. I got a little something that I want to say. Thank you once again for tuning in to Castle Mac's presentation of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Tonight represents the end of the beginning. Our heroes have learned so much. They've accomplished much. They rescued a noble from certain doom. They even brokered peace between nations. They united a father and his grieving daughter. And tonight, they will open their very own tavern and scribe their names alongside the great merchants and entrepreneurs of the City of Splendors. Tonight's episode will close what we are considering the first season of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. For those in the know, we're wrapping up Chapter 2. And though tonight will be somewhat abbreviated due to the holiday schedule, and deal primarily with the characters' relationships and closing up some loose ends, I can promise this. The season will not end with a whimper, but with a bang. And I do not refer to Nami and Finfina. And now, friends, without further ado, allow me to set the scene. The Finders of the Deep all lay sprawled in their beds. Enid, with her hands gently folded across her stomach, eyes open but gray and cloudy as she recounts a sweet memory of her twin sister and their skipping stones across a still pond, mica-spangled, like a sky had been breathing on a mirror. Hydarion, resisting some unseen attacker, gently kicks in his sleep, his foot landing directly in Nami's thigh. Nami rouses only long enough to throw a pillow at Hydarion's face, his eyes open but staring at nothing. Whistler lay draped across a love seat, whispering something passionately but unintelligibly. Trix beside him snores loudly, unseen. Myrdia sits awake, looking out the window, over the alley, blinking hard as warm tears flow down her face, but they're not tears of sorrow. They're tears of gratitude and of second chances. When suddenly the scene is disturbed by a loud rapping.
We are in the yawning portal.
You are in the yawning portal.
Okay.
I was hoping we were at Troll Skull and this was a flash forward.
One minute. All right, get up. We've got a lot going on today. Comes the sweet voice of Brickbelly through the wooden door.
I'll be like,
Myrdia quickly wipes the tears from her cheeks.
Whistler, make yourself acceptable. Put on his overcoat, step up, and kind of look around before opening the door.
Wants to see your nipple rings, Whistler.
I took them out. That was years ago. Okay, I'll gently wrap the blanket and tuck it, almost toga style.
Yes.
Are you all still sleeping? Dawn's in 10 minutes. What are you doing sleeping in? You've got a long day ahead of you. It's time to start moving in. I told you I'd have the place ready, and I did.
That you did. Alright, we've got a lot of shopping to do.
That you do. I've got a surprise for you first. Your friend Tilly. He's quite talented. The woodworker.
Yeah, the neighbor.
Yeah. Well, get up. Come on. What are you doing? How long do you all sleep normally? You sleep past the sun.
I only need 4 hours. I just
That's right. I know you do.
stare a lot in the mornings.
So does Heidi.
It's not so much how much we sleep. I'll just shorten my getting ready. I'll do it a little bit now, and I'll finish the rest later.
And kind of leaning against the wall, staring at you all. How long have you been sharing this room? It smells a bit ripe.
That's not a nice thing to say.
We did adventure into a sewer, and some of us did die.
Trust me, I know.
Well, I've got all your rooms ready.
Thank you, Groggy.
No need to thank me. That's what I do. That's my job.
Indeed. And it's about time we did ours, because there's money to be made.
That's right.
True.
I've settled on an opening date. How's the 3rd of Uktar sound to you? That's only 2 weeks. Enough time to get the word out. She'll be ready by then. I can promise you that. There's still a lot to do, of course.
2 weeks should be fine.
That's good, because I already had the banner made.
Perfect.
Should be more than enough time for us to settle things with dear Captain.
One would hope so.
Well, settle whatever you need to settle. Either way, let's go. Get your asses out of bed.
We'll meet you down there in a few minutes.
He's got to put on real clothes.
It's like, all right, I'll meet you downstairs. And down Brickbelly lumbers down the stairs, every footfall causing what feels like the entire yawning portal to shake with her footfalls.
Before dawn. What an unreasonable lady.
Dwarves.
Mirdia's like, I'm excited to get there, see what she's done with the place.
Indeed. So are we all. Tonight, we have a home. A home.
I can't wait to see my room. Our room.
That's true. Are you actually going to get bunk beds?
Yes. I'm going to take the top, though. She said I could.
Fair enough.
That seems fair. I'm excited.
I'll be returning. We'll have a place to hang our capes, as they say.
It would be nice not paying by the night to sleep without getting rained on or pissed on or shat on in the streets.
Like, are you two going to do beds or hammocks?
Most likely a hammock.
I've got my own room.
Yes, I know, but I figured you were so used to sleeping in hammocks, cocooned like this, that I don't know if it would be comfortable to sleep in a bed.
Most likely a hammock.
Probably.
Can we get a hammock in our room too? That sounds neat. Oh, and bunk beds too. Just I like the option, maybe.
Yeah, if that's what you want. I totally thought you were talking to me as
Your face is like, that's a bad idea. No,
I was wondering why you were like,
Lydia.
Yeah, I was like, Enid's like finally hit her limit.
Yeah.
Enid's inside like,
no, I was really confused. I was really confused by the look on your face. Like,
I was like, I don't know how to respond. You're really
I
putting
got
me
rid
on
of our
the
bed. I
spot.
could put some hammocks up there.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Can we do this off stream? Can we talk about the hammocks
Enid's
off
ultimate betrayal is no
you
bunk
like,
bed.
like address me during stream. What are you doing?
All right.
Oh my god. It'll be weird. I've never had a bed or a room or you know, like a house.
It will be like your own captain's cabin.
Sure. But not. I've never had a place on land, like a permanent place. Feels a little. It's not a prison. It's fine.
Making you a bit nervous.
Yeah, no.
You can always open the windows.
It's always an option.
But, and not if it's raining. That'll completely ruin the floorboards.
Well, are we ready?
I mean, I've also taken up the only mirror that's been getting rained the whole time.
Nobody can get it.
Just
I think I'm pretty, like, I just, like, kind of brush my teeth and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't even need the water. You just use your own water.
What color are your eyelids?
Mine?
Yeah, aren't they like white or gray?
Well, they would be like the same color as my skin, like greenish.
Oh, never
My
mind.
eyes don't have a.
I thought you had. Oh, never mind. I thought they were like whited out.
No, well, yeah, like the
Brush
pupils
off
of
my
my
gills
eyes.
a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of scrape the gunk out of your gills every morning. There you go. Got it.
Yeah, I'm.
You know, you already have eyebrows. I don't know why you need to add more eyebrows on top of your eyebrows.
Quiet. Shh. All of you stop talking.
All right, you all wait around patiently while Whistler finishes his makeup, and finally come downstairs. Brickbelly has ordered a breakfast for you all. She's already halfway through her plate, mouth full of sausage. She's like, took you long enough. Fuck me, what are you doing up there? Food's getting cold.
Like, my dear Groggy, what you do is excellent work. This is my profession. This is me building something, renovating something, rejuvenating something.
She kind of looks at you, she's like, all right, point taken.
You ever take an old piece of furniture and then, you know, spruce it up with some paint?
Okay, thank you for breakfast.
She kind of cuts into it. Have you thought about what kind of furniture you're going to buy, at least?
Bunk beds.
Blue.
Yes, I've... Oh,
She's like, all right, well, you're thorough.
I've been scoping out the marketplaces every time we go. I think I know what we want. And I've talked to a few people in the Yawning Portal here. Most of them weren't helpful, but a few were. Mostly Volo.
Well, that makes sense.
We also need furniture for the bar itself, don't we?
That's actually what I meant, but...
Oh! I was talking about... Never mind.
I did replace the bar itself, but as for the tables and chairs, they pretty much weren't salvageable. You'll need to at least pick how you want to lay it out, what you want to do with it.
How many tables do we think we can accommodate?
That depends how big you want them. If you want tables like these, you can probably get 6 or 7. A couple extra stools at the bar.
6 or 7. I say we have a few big tables and some smaller, going lower as we go. Some people want intimacy at a table, and some people want to be with a big group of friends.
And some people want to dance.
Some people want to dance.
I do enjoy dancing, yes.
Unfortunately.
You're not allowed to dance at the opening, I'm afraid.
Oh, fine.
We will
What
need
about the
dancing
second
at
night?
some point, of course, after we close.
I'm about as good of a dancer as that, Hadarian.
I'm a great
Maybe we
dancer.
could learn together.
I don't need to learn. I'm a great dancer.
He's not.
I'm always impressed with one's capacity of self-delusion. Kind of clap at him on the shoulder. Stretches her chin down.
We should also try to requisition or invite a few people to play instruments on the opening night.
Indeed. We can secure that.
I do
Thought
see-
you might say so. Whistler, I did want to revisit something that you mentioned once. You mentioned having a night for the guard.
I did.
Let me caution you on that. I've run a few of these. Once the City Watch find a place, they tend to make it their own. And pretty much everyone else tends to start avoiding that place. Now, based on what I know about you all, you don't seem like the type who want to cavort with City Watch every night.
No, indeed we don't. Well, 86 the idea.
If it's something you want to look at in the future, by all means, but
No, I don't think so. You've convinced me successfully.
I'd be happy to show you a place that catered to the City Watch. And now about all their customers are City Watch, and they come in expecting heavy discounts.
No. It seemed a good idea at the time, but we've made other connections.
Indeed you have. And I'll expect a full invite list. I'll get him something fancy. I'll go down to the stationery store, have something handmade. We'll make sure all the friends you've made make an appearance.
Perfect.
Enid's stoked about that.
An entire bar full of friends.
All of my friends.
And a few of friends that we just haven't been acquainted with as much as we'd like yet.
You know, I just realized we're gonna have to hire someone to work in the kitchen
And at the bar.
and at the bar. Not you.
No.
Well, I can handle the bar for at least a time, as you can tell by my charming manner. And I can mix a mean drink. I'm happy to handle that for a bit.
We'll find another barkeep. We'll need...
Miria said that she would work.
Oh, yeah, Miriam's like, yes, I would be more than happy to wait the tables, act as hostess, and I can mix a few drinks as well, even though my dad never let me have any.
Well, you're going to be able to try quite a few now, but don't go overboard. Nobody likes somebody who's sloppy.
Got it.
And no one likes you when you're bad at waiting tables.
I can only imagine.
I would not mind cooking every once in a while, but cooking
Not all the
every
time.
night, I do not think I would like to be.
Well, one way you
back
could
there.
save on some costs is perhaps you could cook the hors d'oeuvres for the opening night. After that, we'll get you a nice cook back there.
I could do that, yes.
So if you're as stellar as I think you might be.
I've tried my hand every once in a while. It's turned out so good so far.
Steady, strong hands.
She's gonna like... Anyways,
So, we have enough to get started, but at some point we'll need a barkeep, a cook.
indeed.
Probably, you don't want to work every night, Mayor Dear, so we'll need somebody else to wait and host.
Sure, but for now, I'm fine.
For now, indeed.
It seems to be.
A bouncer.
We do have a poltergeist. That helps us.
We have the protection of family.
It's true.
Nice. Well spoken. Well, are you prepared? Should we head over there? You've got to see Tilly's work.
Yes.
That's a lovely sign. If I do say so myself.
Please. I'm ready.
It would be good to see what we're working with before we buy things for it.
Too true.
All right, and with that, she slides her chair out, looks at Shaylee, who's working today. She kind of waves at her. They seem to have some familiarity with each other. And she kind of waves to you all and is like, you're all getting out a bit early this morning.
Now's a better time than ever to pay out our tab.
Indeed.
Oh, well, I'll be sorry to see you all go. I hope you'll frequent us still.
Absolutely.
It's like, good. Well, I'll tally it up for you right now. The rooms were on the house,
Yes.
of course, for your work some weeks ago. Food and... She kind of pulls out, like, a folder. It's like one of those accordion folders. She kind of... Finders of the Deep, right? She pulls it out.
That's us.
All right. Looks like it's 68 gold pieces, all included.
Hi, Darian. Feel free to pay the lady. You have more.
Yeah. he takes out 68 gold pieces.
Yeah, she slides it back and is like, all right, well, I sure hope to see you all again soon. Good luck and all that.
Thank you. You all have been more than hospitable to us.
I'm sure we'll be back shortly. We enjoyed spending time here. Meeting up with
wonderful.
people.
If you ever
places-
want to frequent a place, we are going to have our own. Not competition in this district, but perhaps on a night off, we could pay you the same honor.
All right, I'll check it out.
This was my first home in Waterdeep.
Wonderful. You know,
Mine too.
that's true for many adventurers, actually. It's one of the reasons I love working here. I feel like we get in on the ground floor. Who knows? Maybe the Finders of the Deep could be the next heroes to defeat Tiamat, and I would say I knew you when you just came to the city.
Here's hoping.
All right, well, safe travels and good luck out there.
Is she behind the bar?
Yeah.
I would still try to hug her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she'll come around and she's like, All right, come here. Kind of gives you a good, solid hug. And
All right.
all right, well, take care of yourselves. Brickbelly's kind of standing in the door like, all right,
All right, we're coming.
all right. You all head through the streets of Waterdeep in the early morning, the sun just coming up to the east and glinting off the rooftops as the breath of life fills the streets like lungs as people come out of their houses, walking around, getting their starts to their day. You hear people calling. You see the broadsheets vendors who are out selling the newspapers. You hear one that's shouting about the caravan heading north, and read all about it right here, selling all the broadsheets. And then you come to Troll Skull Alley. And if you all would, please close your eyes for a second.
Oh, man.
Keep them closed. Keep them closed.
Has Lydia seen whatever this is?
Not fully. All right, you can open them. Oh! There you go. A scale Blue Boat Tavern.
What?
Damn.
Oh my god, how? Is this 3D?
It is, 3D printed.
I just had to touch a little.
Yeah, no, go
I just
ahead.
want to touch a little.
Go ahead.
Is that just
Oh, it
sitting
comes
on
off.
Oh, it comes apart. Y'all ready to
there?
see
Oh my
some
god.
rooms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Allow me to introduce you. You can take these candles out as I do. I just wanted to have it lit.
No, I love the
Wait,
candles.
did you take a picture of it?
Yeah, I have some, but you can take more. Here is Enid and Myrdia's room.
Oh my god.
Feel free to adjust the camera if you'd like.
How is this even done?
I'm through a lot of time.
Oh my god.
There's a
Yeah, go ahead.
lot of tracing in that computer program.
We go. Hope everybody at home can see
Don't
that.
break that.
All right. Here you see Hydarion's room and Whistler's room.
It's one of my mammals.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm like, what colors are what?
You got purple. You got your own fireplace.
Bathroom.
Hydarion, same deal.
I thought Hydarian had the room that he had to go through my room.
No, I changed that up.
Oh.
Got you. This all one piece.
Yep. Here we have Nami's wing. Basically this whole floor.
Whistler's room. Hydarion's room.
The Nami wing.
Nami's got all of this.
And whatever this is.
Yeah,
And
the
this.
turret. And finally, the main tap room. By the way, there's our official sign, which is by, oh gosh, what's it? Blue
Ruin Relics.
Blue Ruin Relics. And here we have the main tap room and kitchen.
I don't need a whole wing. I guess some of that room we could like make a rented out Airbnb type thing.
Well, we're gonna have a library.
Gonna list it on Fantasy Airbnb.
Yep.
Blue B&B.
There you go.
Oh
Dope.
man.
There's the
Wow.
Blue Boat Tavern.
That was crazy. I love my stripes. I love our stripes and our little.
Oh, it's so hard to paint on
My
that.
room's not painted.
It is.
It's green.
It's green.
It is?
Yeah, it's maybe hard to see in the light.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's 100% green.
100 P.
And Enid's is striped.
That is
Enid's has got to
What
be
in the
extra.
world?
hella dope.
That's amazing.
I can't
Glad y'all
believe.
dig it.
I can't even believe.
That was weeks and weeks.
How?
Let me just say.
Who printed that?
So my friend Chris 3D printed it at work, and it took him weeks to do that. Then he got it to me, and it took me weeks to paint it.
Oh man.
All right.
Tight.
I knew that he had it and when it was, but like I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
That's crazy that it like pulls apart too.
Yeah, you gotta have the play set, the Finders of the Deep play set.
Holy crap.
Coming to you and your local.
Just 5
Target.
payments of
Not going to be at Toys
$19.99.
R Us, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, zombie. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So there we go. The Blue Boat Tavern. And as you look on, you can see the sign that's been painted by Tilly. And Tilly is outside. And he's kind of hands on his hips and smiling. And he waves to you guys as he sees you coming. And he's like, So what do you guys think? Brickbelly came to me a couple weeks ago, and, well, she came up with an idea for the design, and here it is.
Tilly, absolutely magnificent.
He's like, oh, thank you. I'm glad you all like it.
It is stunning.
So when are you opening? And Brickbelly said just a couple weeks?
2 weeks. All of my friends are coming.
On the 3rd.
Oh, awesome.
We're sending out invites.
Of course.
You'll get one.
Thank you. I look forward to being here.
The entire neighborhood, I think. We still need to see Rishal. But
Well, he's up early. You should go introduce yourselves. Sometimes I see him out on his back deck smoking a pipe. At all hours, really.
academics.
Well, I'm glad you all like the sign. And speaking of which, let's have a little giveaway of the sticker, aka the sign. This was done by Blue Ruin Relics, and we've been sending these to people after a bit of trivia. What was the question we were going to ask? I forgot.
What is the name of our horse?
That's right. What is the name of the horse that the Finders of the Deep inherited from King Raimi? And I will mail you this sticker if you just PM me your
First person.
address. First person to reply with the name of their beautiful workhorse of a steed.
Bonus points if you can describe the horse's wrist.
Horse's wrists. And with that, Shifty got it. Strong Peter
Strong
is,
Peter.
in fact,
Well done,
the name of
Shifty.
the horse. So shoot me an address, and I will shoot you a sticker. These are limited, super limited. They're going to be worth something someday.
We'll go ahead and, in an act of ego, sign them if you guys want.
my God.
Autograph.
Did you want an autograph? No, for free. Oh, okay, sure. Okay. So with that, Brickbelly stands there looking at it, hands on her hips, and she's like, well, come on. Come on inside. Fresh coats of paint, a new bar. We're just about ready for business. I'm about to set about to my favorite part of the job, finding exactly what to put on top. You see, I'm a bit of a taster, so I look forward to that every time. Have you thought about a theme? Is there something you'd want me to look for? Or a little bit of everything?
I think a little bit of everything. We don't want to be the nightclubs of Waterdeep, and we also don't want to be anything in the Sea Ward.
But don't we want to stay true to our name? Blue boat.
Yes,
Have some boat stuff inside.
certainly. A bit, but it needs to be subtle.
Okay.
I think that we should all pick out something that represents each of us and have that.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. All right, I'll see what I can do. You all, please, walk around.
We leave it up to you completely as far as ales and a few wines.
All right, I'll do what I can. Well, you all get to it. Enjoy. I had some keys made up for you. It's a big brass ring key, and each one has a chain on it. Here you go. Change the locks. I didn't make one for Mirdia, I'm afraid, but I will, I promise. I didn't know. All right.
It's all right.
Brickbelly, could not be more pleased that we met you.
Well, let's hope that's a very profitable friendship. All right. You're on furniture. I'm on beverages. We'll meet back in a couple days.
Sounds like a plan.
Get that invite list to me. You can leave it on the bar if you'd like. I'll make sure the invites go out.
I think Enid's already started making the list.
And it's like, yep, nope. Volo, Floon.
It's just
Checking
all
it
of the
twice.
definite friends and reviewing who maybe wasn't
Yeah.
friends.
Not a friend.
Zoblob's going on there.
Oh yeah, Zoblob's on there. Okay, I'm just gonna have to open up the dramatis personae to see who all is coming to this party. What do you all want to do now? The day is yours. I am at your service.
First, I want to actually check out the rooms.
Sure. You can smell it's a fresh coat of paint that she's applied. You walk into your room, it's of course purple walls, and I mean that's kind of all she's done is just the paint. But
It's
everything's
cleaned and
clean.
painted.
It's all been cleaned. Everything's been swept. The floors even look like they've been resanded and restained in spots. You know, the place was dilapidated when first you looked at it, and that dilapidation is gone. But for maybe the occasional reminder, a creaky floorboard that's maybe like, okay, we're going to want to put like that on the punch list. But for the most part, it is a new place. And I mean, Myrdia especially is just walking around it like she's like, oh, you know, looks completely different from when she was a child. She seems way into it. The rooms, I mean, they're exactly as you see them right there, more or less. Paint jobs are better in real life than they are in the miniature, but...
I mean, I think in comparison, I think Whistler's thrilled. I mean, absolutely thrilled.
Which direction is Fala's greenhouse?
Yes, so that is your room. I think it is that way from the front door.
Cool. So I would want my bed to be like right there.
Got
so
it.
I could look out the window.
You go and you can see it, you know. You can make out a figure in there, like hunching over.
I mean, I'm not gonna like stalk him, but I just want to see it.
You can see the greenhouse.
I'm going to take out some chalk that I use for rituals, and I'm going to start doing the measurements, walking 1 foot in front of the other, marking, doing the addition in my head.
Yep. You all measure it and start eyeing it up for what furniture you want. What about you, Hydarion? What do you think about this?
I think he'd kind of like walk into his room, but it's a room to him, really very plain. I think he's more interested in the bar front and the
Fair enough.
the kitchen area, kind of walking around.
So military.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this'll do.
Door defensible.
I think he'd be happy just to have a place to call his own, just kind of be grinning, running his hand over things as he walks through.
Cool, love it.
I'd pop my head in your room and be like, I walked all the way here and I snuck here. There's no creaky board, so just to let you know. There's no way you're waking anybody up.
Close the door.
I'm a good bit
Did you say something?
Okay, no. And Nami, how about you? What are you doing?
I think Nami's already planning on how she's gonna like set up traps as they have to like go past her floor to get to their floors.
Nice. Makes sense. Yeah, you know that you're right above the rowdiness below. Although, if you notice, it's actually an outside entrance. This stairway is what leads to the living areas. So this is completely sectioned off from the living areas. It's a back, kind of hidden stairway to get up
So
there.
there's no way to actually access the bar from... Okay,
there's not.
you have to walk around.
You have to walk around.
Unless we
That's
make
good
a
to know. I
trap
didn't
door.
realize that.
Yep.
Well, it's good to know
all
we could like
under-
sneak up into our.
Yeah,
Really?
right, exactly. There's one entrance to
Okay.
y'all's living quarters.
Gotcha.
I see.
Easily defensible.
To Nami, I'd be like, I could use one of the extra rooms as a gambling room. High stakes.
It's actually a good idea. I was wondering if we wanted to keep it in case we needed to rent it out for any reason, but I don't see why we would. But gambling room, also considering no one can actually access it from inside, it wouldn't necessarily be attached to our business.
It would be peripheral to our business.
It'd be in our private residence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like we're getting some gambling table today.
We could probably wait on the gambling table and get the essentials.
Why wait? We can start making money now.
I'm here, guys. This was someone had this suggestion to use these for concentration spells.
What?
So here you go. Hang on to one of those. When you're concentrating, you can turn it on.
I was like, mine's dead. It's off.
You're not concentrating
Off.
hard enough.
Off, dead. What's the difference, really?
Clap on.
Okay. What now, gang? What do you guys want to do? You tell me.
While we're here, I would like to speak to Rishal. We haven't met Rishal. There's a lot of books.
Is Rachel the Dragonborn?
Yes.
Not your dead one.
She doesn't
Handsome
know
one.
that.
Not my handsome one, who is still alive and young.
That she doesn't even really care about, but drunkenly gave her handkerchief to.
I do care about him.
One of the best moments.
Handsome. In reality, it was my lens cloth to keep my glasses clean.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god.
Microfiber, good luck.
How's your armor?
So you can see clearly.
See you around sometime.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
I would hate to leave Vishal as the only one in the alley not invited.
It would be rude.
I want to go meet him.
As do I. Who knows what kind of books are in there? I was specifically thinking books about the Feywild.
Okay.
Anyone else wake up with a cold this morning?
Mm-mm.
Maybe you did not get enough sleep.
Feeling a little dry.
I'll put my hand on your... I think I have a low-grade fever. It's hard to tell because your skin's somewhat slimy.
Hadarian doesn't mind.
Tis the same. Above water, open water.
He likes slime. That's why we're friends. Best friends.
Well, I'm going to see Rashal.
Clutching your pearls.
Little stompy.
Your heels clacking along.
Yeah.
That has to be the fastest I've seen Whistler move in a long time.
And out you come into the alley, and you can see that it's starting to pick up a little bit. You know, people are going about their daily routine. Mostly, it seems like people are coming to the various shops that are kind of outside of the alley, not necessarily immediate neighbors.
Using it to walk.
Yeah, using it to do the old cut through. And you get to Rishal's, and you see the sign, if you recall, is a cute little dragon coiled up on a hoard of books. And it's kind of faded now, but it was at one time you could tell that it was immaculately painted. And you open the door. When you do, a patina bell kind of tinkles ting, 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 as you open it. And the smell of books just fills your nostrils. It's a wonderful smell, and immediately you can see that it is lined with books. In the back, you can see the room open up a little bit. There's maybe side rooms, maybe an office here that's a little narrow as you come in. Wide at the back with shelves upon shelves, and you see a little spiral staircase leading down as well. You don't see anyone. You see a tiny little desk at the front with like a little lamp over it that's, you know, the oil that's burning right now. And then you kind of hear a voice coming from below, underneath that spiral staircase, like, "Oh, I'll be right there."
Take your time.
It is.
You hear the staircase kind of rattling. And this gold dragonborn comes stomping up the stairs, just sheer weight. He's massive, but clearly old, hunched a little bit, and he's even got some gray hairs that sort of come down the side of his mustache. He's in a burgundy robe that's kind of almost trailing the ground, and he's walking with this cane made of a gnarled looking wood, but it's polished, whether with age or with some agent. And he kind of taps it on the ground as he comes up and says, "Oh, I know you. You're reopening the tavern, aren't you?"
Indeed we are. And might I say...
Oh, is everyone with Whistler? I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, when you stomped out. All right, good.
Oh, I guess he did get in there first.
Yeah, but that's okay. You're all there, especially as you were waiting.
I
for
would
him to
have
come up the
waited
stairs.
before.
Yeah. Congratulations on your purchase. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. That tavern, well, it used to be the mainstay of this alley, and we'll be better off with it open. Hopefully your patrons are interested in books, but if not, it will be nice to just have a bit of color in the alley again. I am Rishal.
I would laugh at that because we're all colored.
He thinks nothing of it being a gold dragon. In fact, he kind of cocks an eyebrow. Like, they call me the page turner. I've never quite understood why.
I think Enid has probably, other than the one at the yawning portal, like never really talked to or seen a dragonborn.
Fair enough. Yeah, probably so.
So I think she would want to ask, like, do you have a son?
Do I have a son? No, sadly I don't. What are your names?
I am Hydarian.
Darian, pleasure to meet you. Triton. I've only seen one other Triton ever. Came in my shop looking for, of all things, elemental knowledge many years back. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And mine yours.
Master Rashom, I am Whistler. And might I say, if my studies prove correct, that are the platinum wings of the Justice Maker, I honor you as your guest.
He smiles at that. You've done your homework. Very good. I have much that you could learn if you're interested. Many books here.
I'm noticing, and frankly, I'm a bit overwhelmed, but I'm very interested, always in knowledge, especially the more obscure the better.
Well, I certainly possess that, and my behemoth collection is second to none.
Mm.
And what about you?
I'm Enid.
Enid, wonderful to make your acquaintance. A Fey child, yes? How long have you been here, if I may ask?
Just a little while. You're nice, right? We're friends.
An interesting question.
Waterdeep has proved dangerous at times, and Enid just wants to make sure, but of course, as our neighbor, completely on the level.
I will leave the judgment of my character to my god, but I am not affiliated with any criminal organizations, and I really only keep to my books, so I'd like to think I'm nice.
In that case, we want you to come to our opening.
Oh,
Also, my name is Enid.
I'd be delighted.
That's my real name.
Wonderful. Mashal is mine.
I'm not supposed to give it to everyone.
Ah, yes. Names have power, don't they?
That's what I heard. I didn't believe it at first.
Adventurers are a funny lot. And what about you?
Hi, I'm Nami.
Nami, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Is this a little cold you have there?
Just a little one. That's why I'm standing so far away. I don't want to get anyone else sick, but very nice to meet you finally.
Try some tears root. Steam it for a little bit. Drink that. Breathe in the steam. I believe it helps your people.
Thank you.
Wouldn't work with the rest of you, mind you. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Merely to come and introduce yourselves. Is there something I can do for you? Is there a book I can offer? It is my singular pleasure in life.
Indeed. One, of course, we wanted to meet you and extend an invitation. Most pressingly, though, we were wondering if you had any books on the Feywild, and more specifically, on the Archfey themselves.
Of course I do. You'll understand that the work is quite spotty. Academia hasn't quite done a full taxonomy, if you will, but I do have some, yes. Some rare works and enigmatic works. It may take some time to understand the full context, but you're welcome to it. The section is downstairs. You'll forgive me for not escorting you, but those stairs are getting tiresome in my old age.
If we can't manage a stairway, then we'll barely manage a tavern, so hopefully we'll be just fine.
Fair enough. I hope you find what you're looking for, and do holler if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll look forward to being at your open house, or grand opening, or whatever you're calling it. I'm not much of a drinker myself, but I'll enjoy some pipe weed and reintroduce myself with the neighbors.
Hopefully bringing people in, maybe they'll need bookstores in this spot. We are going to have a couple other people, authors, Volocamp.
He's a hack.
Do you have any books on birds?
Of course, yes. Numerous birds. Fey birds, birds here.
The type of bird that Fala has.
I'm unfamiliar. Fala mostly keeps to themselves.
It's a Omnish Scoratad.
Impressive. It doesn't ring a bell, but you're certainly free to peruse my library. Would that I could read all the pages.
Would that it were so simple.
Would that it were.
Why are you saying twir?
Am I to understand that I heard correctly that you also sell spell scrolls?
Indeed I do. Indeed I do. Are you interested?
Potentially. Maybe not right at the moment, but I'd certainly like to know what you have in stock.
Ah, yes, well, I have a spell repository, in fact, downstairs. It's beneath the lower level, in the sub-basement. For protection, mostly. I believe I probably have just about any spell of the first circle you could think of, and can obtain anything of the second and third.
Fantastic.
You said there was a Triton here before me,
Yes, many years ago, yes.
looking for information on elementals?
Oh, yes. Water elementals, I believe, to be specific. Your people's ancient enemy, if I'm not mistaken.
Supposedly, yes. Would you be able to point me in that direction?
To the book that he was looking
Yes.
for. Oh, I think I could, yes. That will also be downstairs in the northwest corner. That's to the left as you come out of the stairwell.
Interesting. I'm interested to see what they were looking at, for Tritons looking for help is an unusual habit for them.
Oh, I wouldn't say the gentleman was looking for help. He had a air about him, More like he was expanding his own knowledge. I took it like he was trying to understand the enemy.
Interesting.
Perhaps a wise move for the militant man.
It might be.
So
Understanding amongst my people does not go very far.
Well, to their detriment.
Aye. Well, I will.
We should peruse down there and we'll leave you.
By all means, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you for your
Kind of taps his
hospitality.
cane. It's wonderful to have new patrons. Can I interest anyone in some pipeweed? I have a spare pipe, if you'd like.
Please.
Wonderful. Is anyone else?
No, thank you.
I'll
It
join
does
you.
not.
Okay.
Does not sit
Here,
well.
you
with
can
the
use
gills.
mine.
Oh, I've got my own, thank you.
Ah, wonderful. This is some excellent pipeweed, It comes from Silvery Moon. The elves don't frequently make pipeweed. It's just, I don't know, it's not in their nature. But when they do, when they put their minds to it and you find a family that over generations has perfected the art, it's something spectacular, I must say.
I'll take the extra one as well. Don't think he has pipe on him.
He pulls his out and stuffs it. It's like, yes. Kind of casts a little spell and flame appears on his finger. It's like,
May I borrow a finger?
And he kind of takes a long, wonderful stuff, really.
I think when Nami exhales, steam comes out from the moisture, on her face.
Yeah.
Like she just, it steams out of her nose.
Yes.
Nami, your face is steaming.
You've watched me smoke my pipe before.
I don't make a habit of it, but I've seen you smoke before, yes.
Maybe it's exaggerated by the fact that I have this cold. Maybe there's more moisture inside of my nostrils. my nostrils.
Yeah, it is. I'm assuming the best.
Pipe smoking right now. It's really geeking me
It's
out.
incredible. I mean, it's just so smooth.
I'll just,
you feel kind of tingly throughout as you
Whistler
puff
definitely
on it.
French inhales like a total asshole. Lets it go out of his nose.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Well, as I said, if you need anything, don't hesitate to let me know.
We thank you again.
this pipeweed is quite a delight.
You guys stab. Okay, let's move on.
What a treat.
And down you go, down this little metal spiral staircase, trailing smoke behind you. You see another stairway that's built into the stone, closed off with like a metal accordion-style gate that kind of slides shut. There's a big padlock on the side. Seems like the stairs lead further down. And you all look for books. So, we're going to do a little investigation check here, because I think that's, that makes sense. So, Heidi, why don't you go ahead and roll me investigation? It's really looking for additional information about elementals.
Sorry, everyone.
What'd you get?
Oh, I rolled a 17, so investigation is 20.
I got
20
2.
something.
Okay. You do find the books, but the library is vast, and you're sort of like, I'm not even sure how to narrow this down. So I don't think you gain any new understanding, but you do kind of review a lot of the stuff you know. And you can tell me what Hydarion's base level knowledge is, but you don't necessarily find anything new. You find a book on the Archfey. And it's sort of like one of those encyclopedias that just has like a single page of
Like
some of
one
the Archfey.
inscription.
Yeah.
Or like the illustration, like the
That's right.
engraving.
That's exactly right. It's like the line drawing of it. And you do find, you flip through and finally you see it. Mab Utiana. And you see several AKAs. The Queen of Night, the Queen of Dark. It talks about how she's a part of the Unseelie Court. And they essentially go through cycles where she can be active and inactive. And when she's active, she seeks souls in the mortal world to exert her influence. There's a line drawing of her, and you can see that she's got these like almost fly wings, these insectoid wings. Talks about where she dwells in the Grove of Night, somewhere in the Feywild. How to get there is unknown, whether it's actual trails or a journey of the mind itself.
Does it speak to her disposition and desires?
So it doesn't really. In fact, it asks that question. But what it says is, of many of the Archfey, numerous warlocks and others that have been enthralled in the natural world have been discovered as being related to Mab. But their motives are just impossible to discern.
Right.
Seemingly always evil. They're not doing good things in the world, but they're also doing sort of these minor crimes all over the place. So, you know, and also that's fairly out of date. I mean, the book is maybe 150 years old.
Right. And it is an encyclopedia, so it also has other things, like
tons of
what the
Yeah.
Seelie versus Unseelie is, and
100%.
explanations of all that.
Yep,
Okay.
it sure does.
I got an 18.
Cool. So what were you looking for?
Birds from...
Birds.
The bird is from correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So your investigation is more marked by what you don't find. You find a comprehensive list of Omnish birds, and you do not find an Omnish Scoratat. You don't find it anywhere. You find a Scoratat from other parts of the world that looks nothing like that bird. And so with a roll of an 18, it's not that you figure out what that bird is, and so you figure out that that bird isn't what Fala thinks it is.
Or says it is.
Or says it is, right. Absolutely. So, but, I mean, you're just like, I mean, you find birds of a similar family that are named completely different things. You look at birds of the Feywild, even, and that's much more spotty, of course. You find nothing like it. You don't find anything about their song or anything like that. You know, you, with the roll of an 18, what you come to realize is that it is something extremely special and extremely rare. Because it ain't documented.
But Mab had one.
Mab had one.
Oh, my mic totally picked that up, didn't it?
Yeah. You can't whisper stuff.
I was like,
You said that though?
yeah.
I said. So that is what you all find. Some baseline knowledge. Learn a little bit about Mab Utiana. Find out that she goes through these cycles of being active and then kind of going dormant. And I think it talks about she's fairly dormant in the winter of the material world. Or at least that's the theory. And then as spring, as an insect might swarm across the world.
And
Is it because she is living in the material world?
she's not actually, though.
She's wishing she was.
And are we entering winter now?
You were tail into fall. You're getting into Uktar, which is like the equivalent of like
Uktar.
November.
Got it. Okay. All right.
You're not quite to Uktar. You're in the month before that, which is his name I can't remember. Maripeth or something? I don't know.
I'll have my tome.
Nice. You don't need to take a book. You kind of do your research. And
Yeah.
do you want to grab one of those books? Or
No, I think he'd actually call Nami over.
Okay.
That's funny because I was right around the corner because I was also looking for the same book,
Oh, yeah.
but I only rolled a 7.
Nice. The two of you were both looking. And
We were both on the other
Yeah.
side, and he pulled out a shelf, and then I went.
you see him through the hole
And I'm like,
left by the book.
Nami, I'm afraid I have not been completely honest with you.
Yeah, about how you're watching me, how you're gonna kill me.
Not quite.
Murder me in my sleep. Good thing you're not on the same floor as me.
If I was going to murder you in your sleep, I would have done it weeks ago.
Yeah, that's why you're always watching me.
My people operate on some set beliefs that I do not believe to be true. And I hope maybe I can shed some light on your parental mystery.
Are you my dad?
No, I am not your father.
Okay, good.
Your father is a being from the water plane, a djinn. They come through rifts that are underneath the sea to wreak havoc on the material plane. It is what all Tritons are raised to know as they start to wield tridents and shoot their harpoon bows. And it is what the Tritons spend days and nights fighting against underneath the water. Unfortunately, it also means they assume that Genasi are also the spawn of pure evil, when I think we both know that is not true.
That's strange. I don't even know anything about who I am or what I am or anything about my dad or my mom. My mom could be a gene too, but I'm assuming not, considering I don't know how that works actually, but
One of your parents is a genie from the water plane. That much I can tell you. And what I also know is that their intentions are not quite of the best. So if one were to come in contact with you, I would maybe exercise some caution. I would not ever tell you to ignore a parent, but
probably not for the best.
no. But
All right.
when Davil let mention, I figured I would clear the waters so they were not as murky.
Asha.
Yes. No Asha between shipmates.
And I'll jab him in the stomach and then run away.
By the way, you know that the water genie are called Marid.
Yeah.
So you would, I think, use that term. They're
Marid.
Marid. Yes, they are. Marid. M-A-R-I-D.
Maisie. Maisie.
Well,
Okay.
I think that means we're on good terms.
All right. With your research completed, you come back upstairs. You find Rashal leaned back, holding a book in one hand, puffing his pipe in the other one, and sees you all. He's like,
Wait, what is he puffing?
oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Lydia really likes it, so puff right in her face, would you?
I hate it. I hate the sounds that you guys are making. They're disgusting and awful.
It's probably coming real good on the mics, too.
I can't do my mouth like that.
I'm horrified by all of you.
I'm sorry.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
I did indeed.
Ah, that tome. Very old.
May I purchase it from you? I think I'm going to need to do more reading.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you borrow it, return it to me when you're done, and consider it my, what do you call it, a housewarming gift?
It's called a housewarming gift.
Then I was right.
That is incredibly kind. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Welcome to the neighborhood.
We'll see you at our party.
I will be there.
The invitation should be coming soon.
Very well. Pleasure to meet you all, and good morning to you.
Thank you for the
And you too.
for the pipe weed.
You're very welcome.
Oh, this is your extra pipe. Need that.
Ah, yes, thank you. It's in a little drawer. Where to now, gang?
Did everybody find what they were looking for?
Thank you for the sub, suspicious initials. That's a really great username.
I think Hydarian and I, we found what we were looking for.
About elementals.
Yeah.
Yes. The water plane is a magnificent thing to study.
Chaotic, if I remember any of my old studies, though I barely paid attention.
Me too.
Bad kids.
If I remember correctly, I think that we all said that we wanted to go get our new friend a cape.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll need to bring her with us. She clearly needs to be
Isn't
measured.
she with us now?
I think she stayed at Troll Skull while you
okay.
guys, but she's probably sitting on the porch or
Troll
watching
Skull
you
is
guys.
literally
While she's not
The
here,
boat.
this might be a lovely opportunity to discuss another pressing matter. My thing with Captain and...
Oh, yes, of course. I think... Well, it'll take time to set up that meeting anyway. We could put the word out, go shopping. It should happen within the next week or so, someplace public. What are we prepared to do?
Didn't I suggest last time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Basically paying him back over time.
Yeah.
What if... To just carry on with your idea, we just let him be a small partner.
A limited time partner?
Not limited. He has a vested interest in the business that way.
And I suppose with that, if he has a vested interest in the business, then perhaps he'd spread the word while traveling around. Free advertising on our end in the long run.
Plus, anybody who wears a hat that ridiculous wants to rub elbows with somebody.
Enid wouldn't understand that. You're
Yeah,
like,
you're thinking back, like, have I ever seen people like
Rub
rubbing
elbows.
It's like,
In her head, it's like two people, like two stick drawings, like
Trading hats.
Chicken wing.
hugging and friend. And if you're a pot owner, you're more likely to want to bring people around.
And
Not burn it down.
I can make a few addendums to the contract that we do that he will get no larger share, say, one of us is struck by lightning or ends up dead in an alley.
That would be preferred.
how much of a percent does he get?
Make it small, make it 5%. 5% would be nothing, but over time, that could be quite lucrative.
Free money coming in for him.
That dude does nothing except for, well, not kill us.
Well, that couldn't kill us.
Well,
Did, but
Yeah, but not now. Not me, at least.
so I suppose we put out the word.
I believe we know just the two that can do that.
Even if those were the two spreading the rumors.
I think those two are good enough that nobody knows who exactly started spreading the rumors. He assumed it's us, correctly. But
All right, then. I think we know where to find those two.
I think we do.
Shall we go get
Myrdia?
Myrdia?
so here's what we're going to do in the interest of time. We're going to go to break right now.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to we're going to advance through time. We're going to skip ahead to the opening, but in the meantime, we're going to have the Finfina encounter. We'll have a little bit of role-playing there. We'll have the Aranyos negotiation, and then we will have the opening of the tavern. We will kind of narrate that, I think, pretty quickly, to kind of talk about who gets there, just so that we can wrap up by 10 o'clock and everyone can get home early tonight, since we've got a lot of stuff going on. So, guys, we'll be right back on break. We'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cool.
Hey everyone, Steven from Castle Mac here. Wanted to take a moment to play this video over the break so that we wouldn't eat up time when we come back, so that we can get right back into the role-playing that we think you're here for. Wanted to sincerely thank you for being here. It truly means the world for us, really, you guys. We're overwhelmed by the support that we receive from you all, so truly thank you. Let's get some administrative stuff out of the way. As you may or may not know, you can find us on YouTube. There's a link right down below the video. We've got all kinds of links down there. Or you can find us at youtube.com/c/CastleMac, or searching for CastleMac will pull it up. I do my best to get all the videos up within 24 hours of their live stream, so there shouldn't be much of a delay. Usually I'm faster than that, and sometimes just a little bit behind. But every back episode is there, so you can go check them out. Finally, you can find us all on Twitter. That's pretty much where we mostly hang out in the social media world. All of our Twitter handles are visible within the player tags, although we're pretty easy to find. Just do the @CastleMac and it'll fill out with the 6 of us. So give everybody a follow and let's talk D&D. It's pretty much all we want to do all the time. Another link down below you'll see is our Bandcamp. All of our music is completely original. This is done by CastleMac Andrew, and he's done just a phenomenal job. You can go listen to those tracks individually at our Bandcamp link. You can also purchase the album if you'd like to show him some support. He's got more stuff in the pipe, and it's going to be just fantastic. Finally, we do have a podcast. Speaking of audio, you can find us on iTunes under CastleMac and other places that good podcasts are found. We're a little bit behind right now, but we're going to be caught up and have all the episodes for your audio pleasure. Finally, our Discord. The link is down below again. This has probably been the biggest hit with us. We love it so much. Lots of people come and hang out. We've made tons of good friends, lots of new friendships forged there. It's just fantastic. It's a really good community. So we invite all of you to come join us and have a good time. A lot of times after shows, we will hang out in the Discord voice chat, so you guys can come and we can all just kind of hang out a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Finally, let's talk about Divine Inspiration. As you've probably seen by now, every 500 bits or subscription equivalent earns our players a Divine reroll. We think this is a really fun way of letting the viewers sort of act like they're the gods of the realm. They can subtly guide the actions of the players, whether it's, guiding an arrow or moving a shield over just a hair. So we really appreciate that. That is the immediate tangible benefit, but do want to talk about, what we do with those bits. We reinvest absolutely every dime we make into the stream, and you can look back at some of our older YouTube videos and see in a very short time we've come a long way. We really use that to pay for art. We've done tons of artist commissions, from overlays to character artwork, and we will continue to do so. We think artists make this community incredibly vibrant and bring visuals to life. I don't think any of this works without some of the wonderful art that people have done, and also equipment. As you probably know by now, if you spend any time with us, we have been making huge improvements to our audio, and that is really our number one focus right now. So we are saving up for a comprehensive audio equipment overhaul. Both Andrew and I have some background in recording, and we are really hoping to make that leaps and bounds better than what it is right now. We're really making do. It's challenging to mic a room full of people with broad dynamics, from whispers to shouts when people roll 20s. So we are being very thoughtful, and we're really focused on making that as absolutely amazing as we possibly can. And so you all are helping us with that. Every time you donate even a single bit, we really, truly appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to the break. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thank you again for being here. It honestly means the world to us. So we'll see you soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. Oh, we didn't think of another question. Anyone got an impromptu quiz right now? We can give away another one of these blue boat
I got an
stickers.
easy one. Or well,
You got an easy one?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. If you've already won one, don't answer because you can't win one. So first correct response will get a blue boat sticker mailed to you.
What is the name of the 2 NPCs that helped host a dinner for King Remy in Trollskull Alley?
Oh.
That wasn't the two NPCs
That was not the two I thought you were going either. Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful. The 2 NPCs that came through in a pinch and helped host dinner for King Remy in Trollskull Alley. The first correct response will get a blue boat sticker mailed to them. So, with that, we're jumping around in time a little bit. Later this day, you walk into Finfina's shop, Myrdia in tow. Myrdia's kind of looking around at everything, a little bit wide-eyed. I mean, she's clearly excited about it. Go
Before
ahead.
that,
Yeah.
I stopped and got some chocolates.
Nice. Beautiful.
Some Waterdeep chocolate.
Beautiful. And we're going to talk about what happens in the downtime between you and Finfina as well. You decide. But you walk in, Finfina is cutting some fabric, and she looks up and she's like, Nami! Hey, how are you guys? Your capes are looking fantastic.
Been keeping them nice.
She's like, good. I only made you guys the best. Best quality materials.
Best if they don't go in any sewers, though.
She's like, man, I can't guarantee my capes are sewer proof. Are those for me?
No, they're mine. Actually, yeah, they're for you.
She's like, like turns red a little bit, like,
You didn't come to, you didn't call on me while I was, in the young portal.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were busy.
Well, we totally were. I barely noticed. Only a little.
Nice. She's like, oh, well, thank you for this. Is this just a social call or?
Oh, Nami, is it just a social call?
We've got a new friend here that needs a cape
Yes.
as well.
May I present this beauty, Myrdia?
Myrdia, hello. I'm Finfina. Great to meet you. Looking for a cape as exquisite as theirs? Wonderful.
Oh, wait. I thought you asked Myrdia that.
Yeah.
You're playing
she was.
Myrdia?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, okay. Might be. I didn't think Myrdia answered. I thought you were looking at me to answer. I was like, oh, am I playing Myrdia?
I think I got sidetracked by the dog chomping her ass right over there. So I don't know. Yeah. All right. Anyways, Myrdia is enthusiastic about it, and Finfina kind of takes her by the hand. It's like, well, let's go look at some fabrics. Kind of looks back at Nami and smiles, takes her back. You see her start measuring her. The 4 of you are kind of standing out front, looking through some of the various fabrics she has hung up and various custom work that she's doing for people. You can see some clearly noble capes, gold threads, silk, some with furs at the top, various different types of animals. Some you recognize. Maybe one's an owl bear pelt that's been made into a cape.
Does she sell dresses?
Yeah, I think so.
I would want to look for a new dress to wear to the opening.
Wonderful, yeah. You totally find one. What would it look like? What would strike your fancy?
Give me a second to think about it.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
I'd be looking at trousers.
All right, yeah, you're trying on those high-waisted trousers with the stripe down the side, Han Solo pants.
I think Darren would be kind of stumbling through trying on these like long kind of coats almost,
Yeah.
like an overcoat.
With big brass buttons.
Yeah, just kind of, but not really getting one that fits right or like goes fashionably with him, and just stumbling through various different ones.
Sure. She's sort of just like, I can take that out for you, Hydarion. You can hear her talking to Myrdia.
Whatever that means, yes. It doesn't quite fit.
It's like, oh, that's what that means, dear. I'll widen the back. I can take the seam out, make it a little larger for you.
Or you don't have to button it. Just leave it open. Shirtless. Oh, Captain, my captain.
But Nami is the captain, Whistler.
That's right.
Speaking of which, Captain Waterdeep chocolates. I have never seen you get such a gift for someone before. And frankly, I have actually never seen you get a gift for anyone.
I just thought this is what you were supposed to do. She was very kind to us.
Oh, it is what you're supposed to do in various situations when you're visiting somebody's home, courtship.
So I think that Enid would try to. I think that she would just get like the most like brightly colored
All right.
like dress that's just obviously like too nice for the occasion and just doesn't look
Like totally opulent. It's got like the like I don't know what that's called. The big like ribbon around the shoulders. It's like bright yellow and sure, yeah. I mean, you pick it out. It's 10 gold pieces.
sure.
And so Finfina comes back with Myrdia, who's like sporting some sweet cape that's kind of pulls over her shoulders. It's clasped with like I don't know, like a star brooch, and sort of clasps on the left and comes over and has a bit of cord hanging down that goes under her arm
Like
and around the
more
top.
you know, star.
Yeah, basically. And she's sort of like, well, what do you all think?
It is a very good cape.
It is a dream come to life.
She's like, I really do like it. Thank you all. And Finfina is like, I'll give it to you at cost.
Really?
She's like, but I was hoping we could have dinner in the next couple of days. What do you think? If you're free, I know you're all busy, adventurers.
Stop looking at me like this, y'all.
You should come to our party.
Party?
Opening.
The opening of our tavern, the Blue Boat.
It also happens to be a house.
She's like, well, I'll definitely be there.
We'll send you an invitation.
She's like, I will be there. That's incredible.
We're getting special paper.
For the invitations.
Apparently.
Exciting.
I'll be
You all must be very excited. Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah. We're pretty excited.
We're inviting all of our friends.
Well, I'm so happy to be included in that list. Thank you. Well, Myrdia here looks incredible. She's kind of blushing. Myrdia, I think this cape really suits her. What do you all think?
I think it's lovely.
Absolutely. There were a couple other dresses I picked out also for Meridia, both practical and elegant.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like, ooh, what's his name? An interview from Vampire dressing Claudia.
Oh, man.
I don't want to look like a doll.
Man.
Oh my god, it just got dark. Yeah, it would be. I would really like it if you came to our opening.
It's like, all right, well, I'll definitely be there. 15 gold pieces on these dresses, 10 gold pieces on yours, 10 on the cape. Whoever is paying for it, y'all work it out.
Whistler will take care of all of Meridia's stuff.
Finfina, is there any way to make this coat fit?
Yes, your coat. Your coat. Yes, I can have that wrapped up for you quickly. You just come back tomorrow night. I'll take it out for you. Can I get your measurements really quickly?
Yes, that would be fine.
And she kind of takes you to the little mirror, and she's measuring it. She's like, "So is Nami seeing anybody?" Or
The captain sees all things, yes.
she's like, "Captain."
Captain.
She's like, "How long have you known her?"
I've known the captain a long time, yes.
She's like,
We sail together and bunk together.
Don't. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's like, "Does she normally buy chocolates for vendors?"
I've never seen the captain buy any gift for anybody.
She's like, "All right, thanks for the information. This is on me." She slaps you on the ass.
She's a gnome, right?
Straight up
Oh my god, she's gonna be so
volleyball spike.
Hops down from her stool.
She is 100% a no. She's like, all right, thanks for the tip.
Actually, on second thought, I take my chocolates and leave.
What? She's just a little short.
She's right at butt cheek.
Straight up.
Nope.
Big shorty.
Not expanded on that. Not expanded on that.
She'll take up less space in the bed. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, she walks out with Heidi, and she's smiling at you. I don't even want to look. We'll just summarize. She does ask you to dinner again in the downtime, and whether you do
And
or
I
not.
accept.
All right.
I spend an extra couple gold because Whistler also. I've made another important decision. I'm adding gloves to my.
You get some like sealskin gloves or something.
I'll buy a couple.
They're not endangered here.
What is she? Is there even a picture of her?
No, I made her up. Hold on,
She's got the shaved head, side head with like nautical tattoos.
That's right, she did.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
She used to live a sailing life.
Here you go. She looks just like this. Hold on. I got a great picture.
Is she cute though?
She looks like this.
You're freaking looking that up.
No, legit, I think she kind of looks like this. Not
Yeah,
the
I'm totally
tattoos.
into it. All about it. Yep.
This is what she looks like for real. I don't know who that artist is. I would give credit if I knew.
I'd be
I
like,
just found this randomly.
yeah, dinner sounds lovely. Did you get your hair cut?
She's like, yeah, once a month. I'm just from down the street. Thank you for noticing.
Looks really good.
All right.
All right, bye. Thank you again for
She
the.
takes her little red cone off.
Unties her bun.
She doesn't have a cone.
You're terrible.
What are those freaking old lady things called? A snood? Like mesh net that holds like the bun in the back.
Oh man,
My God, no.
I gotta recover from that.
God.
Okay. Over the coming weeks, you determine the level of relationship there. We can just summarize. You have dinner with her. She takes you somewhere really exquisite. The chef is a low-level wizard, and she deconstructs food and reassembles it so that it looks like something else but tastes like the original thing. So you eat an orange that tastes like a watermelon. She serves, I don't know, slices of fish that taste like steak. She just, it's very strange. Like deconstructs it and reassembles it. It's very posh. She pays for it.
I'm into it. I think our level of relationship is that we, are
Courting.
We're courting. We're going
Yeah.
on dates and stuff.
Having some dates
I
here
happen
and
to
there.
not be seeing anyone because I don't really see people anyway.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have some dates, no bunks.
We haven't like deactivated our Tinder accounts or anything. though.
Got it. She shows you her lawn. Sorry. All right.
This is my line.
I mostly just stand here.
Why are you all hating on my gnome lady?
I forgot she was a gnome. Man, that really geeked me out. I don't know why. Gnomes are totally valid.
It was just the idea of her having to look up and slap his butt.
I mean, Darren's like,
Get on out of here. Get on,
Darren's
boy.
like 6.5 feet, so like, no.
Go on. Yeah, go on. Get. Okay. We're gonna jump ahead of time a little bit. If everybody can rein it in, because now we're gonna get kind of serious.
Like we're the ones that are
Okay, sure.
I had the opportunity. I had to seize it. Okay. A couple days later. I can't yet. I'm sorry. It's just a second. Okay. A couple days later. The meeting with Araños. I can't look at Sean, man. You're making that face. You're just like... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm geeking, everybody. All right.
I don't think you're helping by looking away.
It's making it worse.
No.
This is a disaster right now.
Pull yourself together. It's just a damn gnome.
We're going to take a
We'll be back in 5
We
minutes.
won't take the full 10 minutes. Just a second. Just a second.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Mac Lore 1997. Actual special effects to be
we're gonna
added
get that
later.
in post.
Yeah.
neon.
If you see that
stuff.
and it's not in there, just remind us that we
Yeah,
didn't do it in post.
we will get to it. So we're going to talk about
Open threads. A couple things that are probably good to keep an eye on throughout the games and mentions of them. We think that we can let you guys in. First and foremost, as most of you have probably guessed if you've been watching, the Shards of Amber.
what are those? Where are they from?
Well, they were from another realm in the Shadow Plane that managed to have a new champion in Kaisen.
Okay, everyone, we're back. The meeting with Aranyos is set up at a neutral location. You find an old, crusty tavern. It is called the Anglerfish Inn. Cuddy and Garland set it up. They're not going to be there, but they set it up for a time when they know it would be fairly crowded, although they did secure you a private room. It's going to be Aranyos and his first mate, who you don't know. First mate would be someone new, based on when you were kind of previously there. I had my name. Phylar is the name of the first mate. And then the four of you. So we'll fast forward there, given that we ate up so much time scream laughing and wiping tears from my face because laughing at a stupid lawn gnome. I'm good. Nope. Stop. Stop. Okay. You walk into the Anglerfish Inn. Bustling, sailors all over the place. You hear some people in the back arguing, Lid, come on, man. Lid is broken. Lid is broken.
Good. Is that stupid?
Real talk. Wasn't Nami the captain's first mate
I don't
beforehand?
remember. Were you
No.
first mate?
No.
Because that was the whole thing. They gave you, like,
The
bullshit
shit job.
dude.
That's right, yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always made you swab the deck and stuff and all the garbage. So you walk in, sailors all around, you can hear all these lewd jokes being told, people guzzling beer, you see an arm wrestling contest going on in the background and people standing around throwing money on the table. This is a complete disaster.
I was just picturing she's probably the size of like the sweeping part of a broom.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. This is real. This is
Hi,
raw.
this is me and my girlfriend, Christina.
Oh man. No man.
I could get a little like satchel and put her in it.
Okay.
Hey, Nami. I think I bumped my mic. Sorry.
All right, here we go.
I'm fine.
We've got a
Yeah.
contract to discuss /
Okay.
get murdered over.
I'm done.
All right.
Good.
Again, sailors everywhere, loud voices, gruff voices, lewd jokes being told, arm wrestling, drunks kind of stumbling around. It's crowded. You kind of have to make your way through. And as you do, people are just kind of staring at you. You're clearly not regulars, you know. You don't really look like sailors. Well, I guess the two of you still have your sailor attire, although you are wearing nice capes now, which, you know, would not fly on a ship, I don't think. And you make your way to the bartender, and he sort of looks at you guys, and he's like, back room on the left. And you walk in, just in the interest of time, you get back there, push the door open. You see Aranyos is sitting. He's got his feet up on a small table, taking up about a third of the table with his boots, and they're muddy. He's got his hat kind of pulled down a little bit and looks up at you all somewhat dramatically. Phylar, his first mate, just this huge half-orc kind of standing in the corner, got his hands folded. He's looking down at you all. He's missing an eye, but he doesn't wear a patch. He's just got this scar, and it's sort of just a gaping hole right there as he kind of looks down at you. One tusk on the right is fine. The other tusk is broken, so it's just like that stub of a tusk. Looks like the left side of his face got pretty messed up. Aranyos kind of looks up at you, and it's like, thank you for calling this meeting. Maybe we can come to some agreement. Nami. Hyderion.
Aranyos.
It's wonderful to see you again.
Lovely as usual.
Likewise.
And you two, also involved in the theft of my ship, if I remember correctly?
In the borrowing of it, yes.
I'm sorry, was it borrowed? Doesn't borrow typically imply consent of some variety? And typically not destroying 5,000 gold pieces worth of elvish silks.
Why rehash the past now when we're here to talk about a beneficial future?
Well, I'm interested to hear how you want to make up for it. 5,000 gold pieces with interest, I would accept. I think the interest, what did we say it comes out to, Filar? He says, I think we said it comes out to about 10,000. He's like, that's right, about 10,000. Given the wear and tear on the boat and the loss of the cargo. Why don't we start there then? 10,000 gold pieces. Then he draws a dagger real quickly and then starts picking his nails.
Well,
We could start there.
we could start there. But why be so short-sighted?
I'm listening.
What if we had a better offer? Something more long-term. Something that would bring in consistent income with no work on your end.
I like where
Forever.
that's going. Forever's a long time, Nami.
Forever's a long time as long as we're both living.
Well,
Both of us.
I'm all ears, ladies and gentlemen.
You see, Araños, we have stumbled into a business opportunity ashore
Oh, have you?
where we will be opening a tavern here shortly. Now,
Soon to be a very successful tavern. We've made quite a few high-name friends while in town.
Not in the Sea Ward, mind you. In the North Ward.
Lucrative.
and we were wondering if to repair planks that were broken, you assumed a partial stake.
We're thinking 3-4%.
Have you any income projections? How long would I be paid? How long until I'd be paid back for my losses?
Difficult to say. That, I imagine, with such a, well, an interest rate beautifully calculated by your first mate there.
He scowls at you.
Smile at him. You're like, that I imagine is quite a bit. So I would imagine 2 years to pay you back for that.
You would imagine. I like where this is going, but here's my counteroffer. Clinks the dagger, sets it down. 10% ownership stake. Guaranteed $10,000 by the end of 2 years. Thereafter, my take. 10%. After costs, I'm a reasonable man. 10% of the GP. And I want my 10,000 gold at the end of 2 years. You could pay it in quarterly installments, don't you think, Phyla? Believe that would work out. So that's 1,250 gold pieces every 3 months, I believe, for 2 years. Guaranteed.
If we're going to do that, then there's absolutely no way you're getting 10% stake.
I thought you might say so. How big is the tavern? How many square feet?
I have no idea.
Oh?
I feel like we've hired somebody to do those calculations, one who's opened more taverns than anyone's ever seen. I merely provide all the accoutrements, the entertainment, things like that. You see, we don't do that sort of work.
Oh, you don't?
We
Yet
have
you're all entering in the tavern business. What's the thoroughfare? How many people? How many do you expect a night? Aren't these the questions you should be asking?
Fortunately for us, we have ascended high enough on the riggings of shore life to not have to.
Oh, you've ascended. Tell me more.
We have made
You're brushing
friends.
shoulders with nobility, Nami.
Well, when
Would you like to
negotiate,
negotiate with us and possibly leave here with your money?
I'd like to
Or-
know how you're going to pay me back, and right now I have yet to hear that.
Right now, we put an offer on the table. I'm willing to bump that up to a 5%, maybe, possibly even a 6% if you'd like to cooperate with us, with a guarantee of getting your money back by the end of 2.5 years.
It's stable.
30 months. But at our interest rate, I presume. the 10,000 that you owe fully,
The 10,000.
and 6% ownerships.
6%.
Deal. As a captain, you know, you have to be able to make judgment calls in the moment, and that feels right. Feels like we all win in that case, doesn't it?
It certainly feels like a win-win. I have added a few other bits to the contract. We'll put in the percentage. Just so you know that at any point, there's no larger stake you'll get, say, one of us falls in an alley and breaks our head, or they're struck by lightning, mind you.
Get stabbed by someone in the dock outside of an opera house.
Oh, how dreadful. Good thinking, Whistler. Yes, I'll agree to that. And you will stop spreading rumors about me and my ships, then?
Well, we'll certainly tamp down any rumors that could be circulating around, wherever they came from.
Well, that's all I mean. Keep your ears open.
We would hate for our business partner to be talked bad about.
Good point.
Exactly. I think as business partners, it's in both of our interests to make sure that the business is profitable.
What is it I always say, Philar, when, in regards to enemies? I believe you say, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closest. More or less. Well, not implying we're enemies, but we haven't been the best of friends, exactly. Maybe we can amend that in the future. What's the name of this tavern?
Oh, you'll love it.
Oh.
Well, in keeping with making an amends, thought it'd be better for your reputation if we got you in on the joke.
The Blue Boat.
Exactly.
Boat. Well, I suppose that is one way to... What would you say at this point, Hydarian? Weather the storm, turn the bow into the wind, I suppose?
Either of those would work, yes.
Ouch.
I have to admit, that is good thinking. Though it pains me to say so, you understand. You cost me quite a bit. Not only money, but reputation. Those silks, you can only imagine who the customers were. But Philar has calculated the damages, which we've already come to terms with, and you all agreed to, and that makes me very happy, and, well, I believe it could be beneficial for all of us. Shall we have a drink? Don't worry, I'll drink first. I saw the look of panic in your eyes, Nami. Oh no. Takes a bottle off the table, pops the cork. Well, here's to new relationships.
Oh, drinking.
I'll throw some behind me.
Yeah.
Touch
Wonderful.
the lip.
You'll give me time to review the contract. I'll return it to you.
Indeed.
Give me 48 hours. I'll have Philar here bring it by.
I'm sure you'll find it all in order. I'm a bit fastidious.
Good, I can appreciate that. Someone who dots their I's and crosses their T's. Well, I guess there's nothing else then. I have to admit I'm a bit sad. I sort of looked forward to hearing about what you were up to and your scheming. I hope you were of me as well. I hope I was worthy quarry. Inappropriate.
Quarry is not how I describe a business partner. It's more how I describe it prey. And I do not consider you prey anymore.
Well spoken. Now that we've shared a drink together, Hydarion, I look forward to this future. And congratulations on climbing the rigging and whatever. Well, thank you all for reaching out. I'm glad we can put this ugly business behind us.
Likewise.
As are we.
Long live Blue Boat.
Long live Blue Boat.
Blue boat.
Make some money.
That is the goal, yes.
Philar, do we have anything in the hold that, well, they could serve? Well, I believe we've got some of that wine that we brought in. Ah, yes. Cormyrian wine. That's good wine country. We'll bring a couple bottles by as well.
Is today the opening day?
No. No,
Okay.
you still got time. Couple days. All right, well then, I must be off. He kind of flourishes his cape and pulls his hat down.
We'll see you at the opening.
And out he walks, and Philar kind of eyes you all, one eyes you all. Walks out the door with him.
You know, before the contract signed, we could kill him.
That man is a buffoon, but to kill him in cold blood would be of bad sport.
Maria wouldn't look at us ever again. Though she wouldn't know.
It is no fun to hunt a prey that will not fight back.
But imagine the service we do to get rid of hats like that, and those who wear them.
Perhaps as the business becomes more profitable, you may advise him on more seaworthy hats.
I hope to interact with him little. I'll leave that to the two of you.
I can't wait.
To be of most fun.
All right. With that, the Araños business is signed and sealed.
I'm not gonna die yet.
In the meantime, leading up to the grand opening, is there anything else you all would like to do that we can summarize as the remaining week passes? I assume that you guys have bought furniture. You've moved into Trollskull Alley now. You've made, Trollskull Manor, the Blue Boat Tavern. You've made it your own. You've made your rooms your own. In fact, Hydarion, what would you have done with your room?
I think he would have hung a sailor's hammock.
Love it. Got like a chest and a hammock.
No, I think he'd take the time to actually make it nice. There'd be a blue rug. A blue rug, his chest of few belongings, mostly capes and jackets at this point.
Like a sailor's trunk. Oh yeah, and you get your jacket from 15, and I mean it looks awesome. She even added some gold piping, just like the cuff design. I mean it's a straight nautical jacket, kind of. Yeah,
he chose one that was kind of purple, so the gold piping.
Oh yeah, looks like a member of the Admiralty. Big brass buttons up the side that have anchors on them.
And then I think he actually would put some rope over the windows, kind of looking at what the girls were doing in Whistler with their rooms, and be like, "Oh, there's supposed to be like drapes," and just kind of
nice. Love it. How about Whistler? What's Whistler's room look like?
Whistler does it up. He's on a budget. He's not that foolish, so I think he spends the most on a nice bed and bed frame.
Mm-hmm. You got a canopy.
I don't think he has the full canopy, but I think he has the long posts that kind of go up ornately.
Yeah, got it.
He would get some drapes. He would put
velvet drapes.
He would put in a vanity.
Yep.
Have his bathroom. I think he'll have one chaise. Mm-hmm. And I think he'll keep it to that. He'll have a box, and he'll have.
Got it.
It'll look well put together, but he's making notes on what else to do. I do think if we're just doing other stuff, he would speak to 3 strings.
Yeah.
Invite him to play. And
perfect. He agrees.
And have him get a couple more. Whistler plans on playing on opening night. So he would, be like, you'll be accompanying me.
He's totally cool with that. Accepts a little bit of payment. A couple silver pieces is it. Seems excited about the fact that you're opening a tavern and somewhere new that he can listen for things.
He would also make that clear. Be like, a few silver, and he's like, of course, whatever could be heard in such a humble establishment.
Yeah, he's into it. Okay, anything else on the downtime for either of you?
I don't think so. I mean, I think making last checks. You know what I mean?
Cool. And I've got some other narrative stuff that I will. What I've assumed your characters would want to do that'll happen, but we'll get to that. Enid, what do you and Myrdia do with your shared room?
We get bunk beds. Yeah.
Bunk beds and a hammock.
No. Ooh. Yes, we can have a hammock. And I think that I would decorate it with a bunch of flowers. Maybe I had Fala plant some flowers for me that I can put around
in the
room.
Meantime, you take Fala up on their offer to come and learn, and you spend some time in Fala's greenhouse, kind of learning how to tend to the flowers and plants. And it kind of comes naturally to you since it's just in your blood. I mean, as an elf, you understand it almost intrinsically. What else do you guys do?
Well, Myrdia's an elf too, right?
Yep.
I think that just given our tastes, things would be pretty,
Yeah, got it. Very colorful, floral.
Yes.
Cool. How about you, Nami? What do you do with your rooms?
I think just that main room.
Do we need to
the turret.
Yeah, you need to look.
So I think I would have that, like a gambling type table, whatever thing set up in one of these, like this
Beautiful.
room. And then I think,
So if you set it up here, this
actually,
this could be your room.
yeah.
But this could be the gambling room.
Yeah. The gambling room.
Which is right by the front entrance.
Yeah. So I think this would be my room. And I think I would just have like maybe like a hammock set up, but where a bed would be, I think it'd just be like a giant tub.
Yeah. You find a clawfoot tub. You got to buy a used one, but, kind of touch it up a little bit. Brickbelly helps a little bit. Yeah, you find a huge tub. Takes forever to get it up the stairs.
I think instead of, I just thought of this, hammocks, we would get those like wicker swings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys would just be singing with your flowers.
And you guys have windows all around up there, so you've got a commanding view of the whole alley, really. And really, there's an adjoining room as well, which you guys could,
Oh, I
basically-
assumed that we like had like a
Split it up a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've just got like a tub mostly, and maybe if I felt like sleeping in the hammock, but also I think I just have like, that'd be it, and I just have a bunch of like crates, like locked, like just locked boxes, like
Yep.
to keep my shit in.
You've got a whole, ring of keys, brass
Almost like,
keys.
yeah, like I'm still living on a ship and I don't trust that like no one's gonna like go into my stuff.
Love it. All right.
I think one thing that Enid would do on the downtime is go and get like some like a leather string, I guess, so I can tie the key to Troll Skull around my neck.
Sure. Yep. Got it. And I think you make a copy for Mirdia and all, too.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Opening day. Tell me what you all have done to decorate the downstairs. You're all pacing nervously. I mean, you have no idea who's coming. The invitations went out, of course. Cuddy and Garland have been spreading rumors like wildfire. You guys have been doing everything you can to get people excited, personally paying visits to the people who you really want to come. What do you all do in preparation of opening day? Oh, Brickbelly has got a huge variety of drinks. The tap right now can take 9 different beers, so she's got like 9 different kegs of beer.
Are we gonna do like Waterdeep tap takeovers from the different
Waterdeep
breweries?
tap takeovers. Like untapped. People
Yeah.
come and be like, She's got wines set aside, and of course a shelf stocked full of harder liquors. So she's taking care of that. You feel pretty confident that there's some good stuff there. But what do you all do to make opening day extra special?
I think I found someone in town, hopefully, I think, who could, like, enchant a wall so it looks like water's just trickling down
hell
it all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty simple...
Like, charm something.
I mean, it would have cost something. We're going to ignore the cost here. But yeah, they do. They can figure that out. It's an illusion on one wall that looks like one of those water walls that Chinese restaurants sometimes have or something, like just looks like water, but if you stick your hand in it, it's just an illusion. It's not real water. But it even has the sound a little bit. You went to the
You got a minor illusion on loop.
yeah, basically. Yeah, they made it permanent. Awesome. What do you do, Hydarian?
I think Hydarian has mostly concerned himself with a lot of the back of house stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's definitely kind of back there making sure like the kitchen is in order and
Sure.
Making hors d'oeuvres.
yeah. I also think I thought of this after you'd moved on from me. I think Hydarian's a little nervous and has been secretly making his own cookbook and writing things down that he's
Nice.
been cooking.
Love it.
Like,
Because-
for our menu.
Yeah, like he's kind of like, I just kind of winged it over there, so I should probably write this down.
Yeah, I love it. And I think you stock the kitchen as well. I mean, Brickbelly helps, but yeah, you try out some recipes and come up with some stuff. Cool. Enid, what are you doing in preparation of opening day?
I am getting like plants and flowers for all of the tables, like little centerpieces, and then I want to get
Beautiful.
some like hanging plants to hang into the windows.
Sure. Yeah, you make it very green and alive with water flowing. As promised, Fala brings you all some orchids and some plants to
Yeah.
go along with that. Avi and Imbrick make you a metal sculpture of a ship that you kind of have displayed on kind of the side of the bar. And Whistler, what do you do in preparation of opening day?
Get ready, y'all. A couple things. I think knowing where the setup of the tavern is, he's going to be a little neurotic. I think he has whoever the other bards are beyond 3 strings practicing a couple songs.
Yep.
And probably also utilizing Enid and being like, no, dance around to them and being like, no, then move those tables back because like they need to have room here. So I think he's pretty specific there. He'll also offer to do anybody's outfit, makeup, and hair.
Enid would 100% allow that.
All right.
Yeah, he's looking a little expectantly like, let me do it.
I'd be brushing your hair and you'd be brushing mine.
I think his outfit has been tip top, and then I think he's been writing a couple songs, so
nice.
He's given the basics of like, here's the counts, here's what you're going to follow, this is what I want, but I don't think he's revealed it yet.
Beautiful.
Then I think, knowing that he can't necessarily two-way communicate, he's going to go into the turret, I suppose, still feeling like Sif's there.
Yeah.
Do a small ritual of some point and speak to Sif about, with gratitude, but also trying to remind Sif, like,
sure,
I want you to think to the years that you've done this. What did people want? What could you still do?
And I think not only as a result of that, but it certainly amplifies it. You all feel a presence of welcoming and a growing excitement around the entire building itself, as if the tavern itself were ready to host these guests on opening day.
I think, he's kind of just prepared himself for minor speeches, schmoozing. I don't actually think he's nervous. I think he's like, game time.
And with that, opening night comes. At 6 o'clock, Brickbelly walks to the door and she's like, whoa, a little bit more people than I expected. You all kind of glance outside and you see a crowd. It's pretty large. People are goofing out there. You kind of scan. You can see Volo's hat out there. He's got his arm around Floon. He's leaning in and talking to him, and Floon is just
It's like when everyone shows up to your birthday party that you invited.
yeah. And she kind of puts her back to it, and she's like, well, are y'all ready?
I'll find I've already looked at where my posture is going to be best, where I'm perfectly framed in the building.
I'll like flip a gaming chip in the air and catch it.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm ready.
You're like, yeah, we'll find out about that.
Yeah, I'll just...
And she goes towards the door, and as she does, the lights lift. It's bright, and the door opens itself and slides open welcomingly. And people are just like, ah! Like, people start clapping outside, and people start coming in. Renaer Neverimber himself walks in first. He almost looks like he's dressed down, like he's maybe trying to be somewhat incognito. He sees you all, and he's like, very impressive. Splendid. Thank you for the invite. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And he looks over his shoulder at Floon. I'm not sure how long I'll stay.
So salty.
Whistler will be like, Rainier, and he'll do the... on both sides of the cheek.
He kind of doesn't really participate, but allows it.
You know, you might find that you find someone here tonight that makes you want to stay longer.
That could be true. Thank you all for the invite. Is that Davil I see out there? And you look and you see Davil striding, hair parted down the middle, beautiful blonde hair coming straight down, standing with perfect posture, cape billowing behind him.
Yeah, out to Rainier, I'd be like, I was wondering if he'd accept my invite, a new acquaintance.
He's like, a dangerous man, but a man worth knowing, I suppose.
Aren't all liaisons.
Well, I won't keep you. You all must be busy. Congratulations, of course. Now, I'm gonna go see what beers you have on tap. He walks towards the bar. Myrdia, you hear her like, hi, how can I help you? And he's like, well, I'll take... And you hear him go in delight as you see Myrdia reach for a glass and it... and slides over to him. He's like, oh, a fancy trick. Thank you. Myrdia's like... And I mean, she's looking around and she's like, yes. In comes Tomas, Hair parted and combed nicely, like trying to dress nice, but not really knowing how to do it. He's like, Nami?
Tomas.
He's like, got the invite. Very kind of you to think of me. Well, place looks fancy. A lot fancier than what I'm used to. Oh, should I take off my shoes?
Shoes are fine,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Right, no, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
He's like, yeah, wouldn't miss it. I'll just go.
Have one drink on me.
He's like, I will. Thank you, Nami. Appreciate that. And you hear the same delight. He's like, oh, beautiful. And I mean, Mirdia is now just like, can I get you a drink? And he's like, no, I'll take whatever. And she kind of looks, and again, you see a glass pour itself, and she is just like, she's geeking. The customers are like, I don't know if this is some kind of weird spell, but you can see the look is one of being connected to her dad. I mean, she's just like, yes. Like, so happy that that's going on.
She gets to live.
You do see Aranyos show up. He shows up with Phylar, his first mate, and there's a sort of like, looks like you've turned out quite a crowd. Impressive. Let's hope you can keep this up,
Indeed.
Thanks for the positivity.
I think you used the wrong term of speech. Oui.
He's like, you're right, Hydarion. And he extends a hand to shake.
I think he would shake
He
it.
does the C-word shake. He's like, very nice. Nami.
I had just scratched my butt with that.
Yeah, he's like, he's eating pretzels. And off he goes to get a drink, and you even hear him like, ooh! And again, you hear the same squeal of delight. Avi and Embrick show up, of course, and they come in and they're like, Avi comes up first. He's like, I am so excited for you guys. This is incredible. The place looks fantastic. Embrick wouldn't let me come and peek through the windows, but I tried every day. He told me I should wait for the surprise, and I'm so glad he did. And Embrick's like, he was extremely eager, but you can see that it's paid off. The place is fantastic. Is that Hydarion's cooking I smell?
No, it is.
He's like, wonderful. Well, good luck to you all, and if there's anything we can do, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Thank you.
And
we appreciate you.
They walk off to the bar, and you hear the same, and they're like, oh, how did you do that? And Mirda's like, it was my dad. And they're like, that's incredible. And Avi is like, oh, my sweet child, that is incredible. And they're now drinking, people are starting to mingle, tons of people coming in, 3 strings, and sort of like, are you ready? 1 minute.
Indeed I am.
He turns and gets the gang kind of the tuning note, and everyone kind of hushes. People continue pouring in. You begin playing. Roll me a performance check with advantage.
Okay. I would have a small speech at the beginning.
Oh,
if
go ahead.
everybody's
Yeah,
there.
go ahead.
I think he would wait until
Okay, well
the place is full.
then we'll come back to
I'll
that.
let them just do kind of the light, the background music.
Okay, all right. Professor Corsair shows up. He's like, oh, Nami! I'm so excited to see this place. I remember you talking about it at dinner, but you didn't do it justice. Wonderful looking abode. And hello, everyone else. Nami, I am awaiting your notes. I would love to start thinking about publishing the deal that we discussed, if you're interested still.
Oh, yeah. I definitely remembered.
He's like, oh, no problem.
Before the end of the night, we'll come up with a date that we can meet up and discuss that.
Sounds wonderful. Well, thank you all for the invite. I'm not used to this particular scene. It's not the typical academic, but this is a nice location. You've done a great job inside. It looks fantastic. The blue boat, is there something significant? I remember the story now, yes. Well, thank you again for the invite. Much appreciated. Off he goes to the bar. Tons more people come. Madame Zuzu shows up. Yes. Madame Zuzu. Shaylee shows up. Who else?
Zablob.
Zablob definitely shows up in a full purple robe. It's like, I got your invitation, Enid. I don't remember Zablob's voice. Do you guys remember what
Fairly
Zablob's
nasally.
voice was?
Yeah, I think.
He's also a gnome, if you need to remember.
Okay, good.
That's been Fala.
Yeah. Zablob is just like, thank you for the invite. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. wonderful location. I brought a gift. Is that acceptable?
But of course.
He's like, wonderful. And he pulls out this purple carving. It's circular, looks like a sun, and it's got stars in the background. He's like, it's just a decoration, but the person who sold it to me said it brings luck to establishments such as yours. I've had it hanging in my shop. I don't know if it brought me luck or not, but, well, maybe it will for you. Thank you for the invite. Do I just go over there to order drinks?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. He's kind of looking around. He's like, you just... Okay. Probably has never done it before. Yagra shows up.
Horrible.
Torvald does not show up, as a matter of fact. But we'll come to that. Volo, of course, shows up. Mordecai shows up, and Mordecai shows up with a wagon. And two porters come out carrying a huge crate. And he's like, excuse me. It's like, finders of the deep. King Raimi sent this several weeks ago and asked me to wait until you were ready to open. So, I present to you a final gift from King Raimi himself. And the two porters take crowbars and kind of open up the crate. You see a statue of, or not a statue, a taxidermy leopard, like mid-leap. This is like leaping. And then inside you see bottles of wine that have strange writing, languages you don't even recognize.
Oh my god. I just got goosebumps.
Fala shows up, of course. Fala looks a little uncomfortable, but also, like, sees the greenery, and they seem to kind of be a little bit at ease. Oh gosh, who else shows up?
The Dragonborn book man.
Yep, Rishal definitely shows up. Tilly shows up, and the place is just crowded. It's super packed. So you can talk to pretty much any of the NPCs who show up. There are tons of faces you don't know, as word of mouth seems to have gotten out about this great place, and the place is filled, and everyone is talking about how it's haunted. I mean, everyone is talking about how their drink was poured and seem so thrilled. And you even watch as, like, someone goes to sit down and the chair slides a little bit. Like, people are being taken care of by Sif right now, and it's a little bit strange to see the control of the house that Sif has. Like, even as people walk, the door opens for them, people are like, oh, like, just not expecting it. People walk up to a table and a chair slides off them. They're like, oh, well, fantastic. Just, you see someone about to knock a drink over and it catches and slides back on. Just, I mean, it's, Sif is everywhere. And Myrdia is not doing a thing other than, like, talking to people. And she's so hyped that it's infectious. She's just so excited. Whistler, over to you.
Okay. Friends, lovers, patrons, we humbly thank you for joining the opening of this establishment. I have to open it up with thanks, though, because so many have had a hand in this. Of course, we must thank Groggy Brickbelly Brewer, the greatest of tavern owners.
People start clapping, and Groggy kind of stands up and does like an awkward bow, and then the tug and sits back down.
I'm like, we have to thank Shaylee and Durnan, of course, of the Yawning Portal. We're not so stingy to try to take anything. They have been wonderfully helpful. Plus, you should always catch the shows into the portal itself.
Shaylee kind of awkwardly, like, Durnan, of course, isn't there.
We must thank Volo.
He's like, yes, my friends. I am absolutely friends with the patrons of this establishment. And thank you, young Whistler, for inviting me. You know I will always come and visit my friends.
I'll be like, Arthur, so many words.
He bows in a very practiced way, and like, thank you, yes, thank you. Just sits back down.
I'll be like, and to come a bit closer to home, we must thank Troll Skull Alley itself. Tilly has made this wonderful sign out front one of the best carpenters, I think, in Waterdeep.
He kind of does it. People are clapping and raising drinks. I mean, you hear the mumbling, here, here, here.
I'll be like, I won't embarrass them too much, but all of the greenery you see around here has been touched by the wonderful Fala.
Fala is just like, kind of shrinks into
and
himself a
on
little
to-
bit.
Into the foliage.
I was like,
Does the Homer Simpson?
some of the two greatest blacksmiths have given us this, and might I say, probably the cutest couple.
They stand up arm in arm and smile at each other and both bow at the same time. Sit back down.
I'll be like, and for welcoming and giving us, frankly, a number of information, the great Rishal.
Rishal is like, oh, yes, thank you.
And to bring it even closer still, we've made so many friends with each of you. You've all touched us. We've given gifts from kings.
I mean, people look at the leopard statue, which I think Brickbelly is like she doesn't know where to put it. Yeah, it's like,
We, the finders of the deep, Pod Adventuring Company and now owners, we've come from so many places, exotic places, far from here, outside of the material realm, that give us the sweetest of spring flowers. And of course, there's those of the sand and the sea. Look at my wonderful Adonis, Hydarion.
Thank you.
people are clapping. I think you're in an apron, like, still cooking.
To the most roguish, knavish captain who's ever been on the seas, Tsunami.
You hear one like, here, here, Tomas.
And again, to our new bit of our family, Merdia, that we should take a moment to recognize that, as some of you have noticed, your drinks are being poured, your chairs are being pulled out, doors are opening for you. You are welcome. That's no magic beyond the magic of love. For this place belonged to the great Sif for hundreds of years. And he has so graciously decided that business should go on. And he will continue to be here. And his beautiful daughter, Merdia. You see, this is a family business. And
Sorry, not gonna do my Daniel Plainview.
And we're welcoming. We are welcoming all of you into our home. And for that, I've made a composition to my family to celebrate our love for each other. And frankly, if I might add, the father's love. And I will play an accompaniment that sounds very similar to the Scortatat for Enid.
Beautiful. You don't need to roll a performance check.
But I will kind of let it try to flow. I've been composing it for weeks to sound something a bit more like a sailing song that I've heard them singing.
Nice. You weave in all elements of the various members of the Finders of the Deep, and there's something for everybody, I think, in your tune, for you're an entertainer at heart. You do see Fala looking at you, Enid, with just a look of understanding or of some deep connection. Certainly not romantic or anything, just sort of like, this is good. Like, Fala looks very comfortable. Whistler, as you play and you linger on some notes, you see Trust kind of standing in the back, and when you catch eyes, she kind of looks at you and smiles, winks a little bit, raises a glass.
I'll give a quick wink, but I think he's also engrossed in his playing.
The performance goes on beautifully. The rest of the night goes swimmingly. Patrons have a wonderful time. Word of mouth, even in the day, continues to spread, and the guests spill into the front porch and even into the alley itself. It almost becomes a block party. The musicians play long into the night. Nami, do you invite people into the inner sanctum for some secret gambling?
Oh, yeah.
So Nami disappears with a couple people. Hydarion, you cook for a while. The food is spectacular, but eventually people start bringing in food from outside. Like, people are taking care of that for you. Enid, you dance spectacularly, as usual. It's breathtaking, and people are blown away. The party goes long into the night, and it is a incredibly successful, both in terms of your own enjoyment and financially. It is a wonderful opening. And now, dear players and viewers, allow me to recount the next few weeks as they happen to our intrepid adventurers and
Oh
tavern
my god,
owners.
Torvald burns down the blue boat.
The fall advances, and the warm sea air gives way to a chill that promises a harsh winter is on the horizon. The Blue Boat Tavern flourishes. The building itself seems grateful for a second chance at life, and it becomes more than the sum of its parts. More than wood and stone, the building becomes joy and hope and safety and love. The operators of the tavern have no shortage of patrons, and as word of mouth continues to spread, the seats fill themselves. Famous and infamous Waterdavians continue to show their face here on the regular. Volo, Renair, Cuddy and Garland, even the Admiral Salos Zazuwala stops in with a retinue for a drink and enjoys himself, his eyes twinkling with a knowing smile because he's in on the joke. Individually, each of the members of the Finders of the Deep overhear Myrdia. She whispers to the walls, sometimes through joyful tears. You'd think her mad, except you know better. She is where she belongs, and her gratitude is manifested daily. She works hard, never complains, and the patrons can tell that she loves being there, and her enthusiasm is absolutely infectious. People who start their visit in a bad mood rarely leave in the same state. Brickbelly mostly disappears behind the scenes, managing various aspects of the business. She spends the money wisely, and through her shrewd management, the tavern is very nearly broken even already in just a few weeks of operation, and she's already gearing up for some expansions. Brickbelly even found room in the budget to hire on Torville, after he approached the characters having heard of their new endeavor. For the life on the sea had taken its toll on him, and he and his young family couldn't bear the separation any longer. Torvald's wife, Ailerin, and his teenage son, Rickard, become semi-permanent fixtures of the tavern. Ailerin's cinnamon rolls are highly sought after, and the sweet smell of them frequently fills the common room. Rickard is a gifted musician and can frequently be heard playing his flute with Whistler, much to everyone's enjoyment. Life in Trollskull Alley is peaceful, even joyful.
Oh man, what's happening?
I don't
want whatever is about to happen to happen.
we're done for tonight, so thanks for coming. Roll those credits.
Please don't hurt us tonight.
It's Christmas.
It's a freaking Christmas special.
I must be in service of the narrative.
Jesus.
And so, like a stone splashing into a still pond, an event shatters the serenity of Trollskull Alley and sends ripples racing in every direction. Ripples felt throughout all of Waterdeep. The event happens suddenly. Hydarian is out front, putting the finishing touches on the wagon. It became a pet project for him, and rather than buy a new one, he insisted this old wagon was both a gift from King Raimi and had seen them through some difficult times, and replacing it just wouldn't be right. As Hydarian carefully applies long strokes of blue paint to the last of the exposed wood, the hair on the back of his neck stands up. He looks up from his work and locks eyes with Torville, who is brushing a visibly agitated Strong Peter. Nami, meanwhile, is laughing with Imbric on the front porch of their forge, where Avi and Imbric make their home. Avi has walked down the street a ways to a flower vendor, a teenage half-orc girl with a lovely disposition whose flowers are always fresh despite the advancing fall. Avi always overpays her and brings sweet-smelling flowers back to liven up the forge a little. Imbric, having just cracked a joke that he knows Avi would have loved, is taken completely by surprise. Whistler's fingers deftly slide over the strings of his violin, his tremolo subtle but felt in the soul. He lingers on a minor third, relishing the anguish of the melancholy sound and the relief that comes as he moves a half step up, resolving the chord to an upbeat, even defiant major chord. The quiet applause is suddenly drowned out by a thudding roar from outside the tavern. And a collective gasp from the audience. Enid. You look down from Coralon's crown, Fala's greenhouse, to the street below. You smile at all of the activity. In the back of your mind, you know there's a great shadow ahead of you that's been lingering in your dreams these last weeks. But for now, you're content. You see Nami up the street talking to Imbric. You see Avi bowing to the young flower girl and in his charming manner making the people in line laugh. She's taken up a spot about 100 feet from the porch of the Blue Boat Tavern across the street in her usual spot. The street's full. It's more lively than it's ever been, in fact. You turn your back to return to a lesson from Fala. They show you how to prune the delicate leaves of a plant you've never seen before. Then the flash. A roar, and a feeling like the air was sucked from your chest. 3 windows in the greenhouse shatter, and Fala's bird lets out a sound like a mournful wail before flying in a flurry of feathers from Fala's shoulder and out the window. Its wings beat eddies through a column of thick black smoke rising from the alley, and all you can hear is a loud ringing in your ears. But you can imagine the sounds below. Survivors of the blast shriek in pain, their plight silent to you now, but grow in intensity as your hearing returns. Vroom, 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 vroom. Whistler, you rush to the window to see the carnage across the street. Hydarion, you leap to your feet, and Nami, you instinctively grab Imbric's arm, but he is already sprinting towards the site of the detonation. Flames still burn around the charred remains of the flower cart, as irises and daffodil petals float on the currents created by the heat. In the wake of the explosion, you see maybe a dozen charred bodies, half again as many wounded, now wail in pain and confusion, stumbling around as rubble is still falling from the side of the street opposite the tavern. You watch in horror as Imbric cradles the now broken body of Avi in his arms. Each of you find each other's eyes, Enid staring from the broken window of Fala's greenhouse, Nami consoling Imbric, Whistler from the porch of the tavern, and Hydarion now holding Strong Peter's reins. The look you share communicates the understanding that this was not an accident, that this has everything to do with you, and that you only have minutes to investigate what happened before the watch arrives. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We look forward to picking up Season 2 next Sunday. I can't wait. I hope all of you had a good time.
Lydia's about to cry.
It's tight, man. It was good, dude. That was really fucking good.
This was such a fun episode. And
That's how I knew it was all gonna go right.
right.
Thank you all for joining us.